Time now for an in-depth look at the market news this afternoon, and for that I'm joined on the line by Dr. Kim Sei-wan, professor of economics at Ewha Womans University. Professor Kim, good afternoon. Thank you for coming on today.
Good afternoon, Devin.
Well, officials from the IMF visiting Korea this month for their periodic review of the country's economy and policies have concluded that the economy has recovered to the level it was before the pandemic. But the IMF is warning of the risk of stagflation and in particular the increase in household debt because of the surge in home prices. Tell us about the IMF's review, Professor, and what you make of it.
In a report on its yearly consultation with Korean government people, IMF said Korea has recovered impressively from the COVID pandemic, with activity surpassing pre-COVID level despite multiple COVID waves. The IMF also recommended that government intensify measures to improve housing supply. But the IMF also suggested that Korea keep on practicing policies of conducting tight mortgage regulations. This could mean that is support for the currently quite low loan-to-value or LTV ratio and the debt service ratio or DSR, which strictly limit the filling of loans issued to home buyers. Actually, this contrasts with the real estate-related pledge of President-elect Yoon, who had promised to carry out drastic deregulations such as easing the LTV and possibly DSR at the same time, in a bid to vitalize the property market by letting banks actively issue mortgage loans.
Right, and also the IMF in its report still projecting the Korean economy to grow this year by 3%. The downturn we've seen in the first quarter this year, such as it was, will be temporary, they said, and that 3% figure will be made possible in part by the government's extra budget. How do you see growth this year coming in, and what else do you see in the IMF report?
The IMF on Tuesday maintained its 2022 growth outlook for Korea at 3%, as exports and investment will likely remain robust despite heightened economic uncertainty from global inflation and the war in Ukraine. IMF's economic growth forecast is slightly lower than that of Korean government's 3.1%. The IMF's 3% projection this time is same as its forecast made in January. It lowered, on the other side, is 2023 next year growth outlook for South Korea to 2.8% from previous 2.9%. IMF also pointed that there could be a softer growth in the first quarter of this year due to Omicron spread. But they also said it is expected to be temporary.
Well, now to the equity markets, Professor. Concern seems to be easing somewhat about the war in Ukraine. On the S&P 500, all sectors closed higher on Tuesday, except for energy. Uncertainty there about oil and gas. What's the story in the global markets?
The peace talks between Russia and Ukraine were described by both sides as constructive. So U.S. stocks rose, and the oil prices recorded their largest declines in the more than a week Tuesday. Falling oil prices lifted U.S. markets because lower energy costs often assuage investors' concerns about economic growth, because consumers have more disposable income when they pay less for gas. The Dow Jones Industrial Average added about 1%, and the tech-heavy NASDAQ led the major rise of the market with 1.8% return in a single day. Actually, stocks have rallied in recent weeks, reversing much of its losses that came in the wake of Russia's invasion of Ukraine. In Asia, Japan's Nikkei 225 lost 1.7%, while in Hong Kong, the Hang Seng Index added 1.4%. In mainland China, Shanghai Composite Index inched up 1.4%.
Well, stocks here in Korea were higher too. The same issues at play, the Ukraine conflict, oil prices as well. Most of the large cap stocks were higher. Automakers Hyundai and Kia both up more than 2%. The exchange rate came down also significantly today. Tell us about the domestic market.
Domestic markets marginally advanced today. The benchmark Kospi gained 0.2% and Kosdaq also gained 0.1% today. U.S. markets' strong recovery yesterday is not much reflected in domestic markets as individual investors and foreign investors sold stocks in the afternoon session heavily. Individual investors net sold stocks in Kospi market by 137 billion won, but institutional investors 160 billion won net purchase saved the market to the positive reason. I just said that most of the large cap stocks gained today, but the Samsung Electronics lost 0.4%, and the second largest cap stock, LG Energy Solution, also lost 0.1% today.
Well, finally, Professor, the yield curve on U.S. Treasuries is now inverted. The yield on the 2-year rose briefly above the 10 overnight, and this has in the past been a reliable indicator of a recession to come. What do you make of the situation, Professor, and what impact do you see on the markets?
In academics, we say that bond yields incorporate the largest information set on the economy, and this is one of the main reasons why we see bond yields all the time. Yields on 2-year U.S. Treasury briefly surpassed yields on 10-year benchmark note on Tuesday for the first time since 2019. Government bonds with longer term typically offer higher yields. When the shorter dated bonds yields rises above that of the longer dated 10-year, it is known as a yield curve inversion, and a reflection that interest rates are likely to be lower over the longer term than the short term, assuming an eventual slowdown in inflation. It is sometimes also considered as an indicator of coming recession. This bond yields inversion could be a sign of inflation stabilization, but at the same time, it could be a sign of forthcoming recession. So this could be another source of domestic stock market volatility for a while.
Right. We'll, of course, have to keep an eye on that with your help, Professor. Thank you, as always, for sharing your insights with us. We appreciate it.
Thank you very much, Devin.